That is not Meliodas. Holy shit, that is not Meliodas. Up, Whitey Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Nanatsu no Taizai chapter 301. So last chapter, we found out that basically, once Meliodas absorbed the Ten Commandments, that he became a vessel for the Demon King. So something that I'm hoping is going to happen, and is with Bon, Bon's going to help like bring Meliodas like back from the depths within the despair that is the Demon King, and similar to what he did in Purgatory, and we're gonna have like a battle in the subconsciousness. I kind of like picture like something similar to what we've been seeing in Black Clover with the reincarnation magic. And then the other thing, there's a couple of other things I want to mention too. So, and we've been debating this in the comment section and on Discord, so I really am enjoying this. So one thing is that the original demon. The original demon is definitely going to play a role in this. And I said it a while back that history is going to repeat itself. And boy, is history going to repeat itself. But one of the Nerdigans in the comment section made a point that, oh my god. Someone in Nerdigan in the comment section pointed out that it's not only Cusack that's probably going to be pissed the fuck off, because remember, Cusack's portion of the original demon's already mad about the Demon King basically screwing over Zeldaris. Chandler is probably going to be pissed off too, because remember, Chandler really cares about Meliodas. So we're going to have the original demon rebel against the Demon King. So that fight is definitely coming. The other thing that I've been discussing in the Discord primarily is the possibility that Elizabeth is going to become the vessel for the supreme deity. Some people want Radiciel to be it, because Radiciel is close to dying, but I really think it's going to be Elizabeth, and it just makes sense because we'll get the Elizabeth versus Meliodas fight, and how I think it's going to happen is she's going to absorb the Radiciel and Mael's graces, and the only problem with this theory is that what about Sarmiel and Tarmiel's graces? What about their graces? That's going to be the interesting thing to see. But anyway, now we're getting to where Bon is here. And this is going to be fascinating because remember, Bon doesn't have his immortality now. And I'm sorry this recap / intro is really long, but there's just a lot to say about last chapter and like some of my theories going into this chapter in particular. So anyway, let's get to this chapter and see what happens next. They've had 720 matches with each other. They will allow no one to stand in the way of their score until it is settled, even a certain father. Well, Bon, if you had immortality, then I would agree with you. You wouldn't, Demon King wouldn't be able to kill you. This is gonna be it. But you know what could be a major hack is Bon somehow getting his immortality back from absorbing the life from the Demon King. Very curious if that's going to happen. The Demon King completely overruns the 7 deadly sins, but at last, Bon arrives to the battlefield. It's time to show the growth he came from Purgatory. And yes, Bon is not the Yamcha of the sins anymore, thank God. And this chapter is titled Everyone's Feelings. Here we go. You said you're going to drive me, the Demon King, out? You, all by yourself? How do you expect to do that? Bon, you came for us. You really did. Always pushing yourself too far, aren't you? Take care of Master for me. Oh, you just threw poor Hawk. Bon, no matter how immortal you are, there's nothing you could do against him all on your own. About that, unfortunately, I'm not immortal anymore. I brought Elaine back to life, which completely used up my fountain of youth power. You gotta wonder if King just, oh my god, King probably now mad respects Bon for that shit. You have to admit that. Oh my god, I'd love to see Elaine come in and do something too. Please do it, Nakaba. Now then, shall we get to driving you out, you foolish boy, you. This is the power of a god. Well, yeah, and Bon, you would have the power of a god too if you still had your immortality. Bon, and that means you will never again. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Elizabeth! Everyone all right? Diane, is everyone all right? Mael and the others seem fine, but Bon is still on the outside. What should we do? Bon, I'm sure he of all people will be okay, right? There's an energy storm out there that's intensely toxic and caustic. I don't think any kind of living creature could possibly withstand it. Swish, swish. No, that can't be. Oh, so you can withstand this? Compared to Purgatory, this is a pretty adorable little breeze you got. Ooh. So, even without the immortality, Bond's body was adjusted to Purgatory. So, he doesn't need the immortality anymore in this regards. But just imagine if Bond had the immortality, though. Just imagine that shit for a minute. Ooh. Ooh. Bond just punched him. Holy shit. Huh? Huh? Why did the storm suddenly stop? Brother, look at that. Impossible. He's going blow for blow against the Demon King all on his own? The Yamcha sin no more. The Yamcha... Well, we could say he's the Yamcha sin because Lord Yamcha is now OP, apparently, in the Dragon Ball fandom. But he ain't the weak-ass Yamcha sin no more. Or should we say he's the Krillin sin at this point? Ooh. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if he is Yamcha or the Krillin sin. Oh, gosh. Oh, shit. Ooh. I swear to God, if Bond beats the Demon King, I'm going to be so fucking mad. Did you seriously believe you could possibly manage anything against me all on your own? Maybe if you had your immortality bond, yes. Moron, I'm not on my own. Yes, I was right. Bond's bringing out Meliodas. I don't believe it. Bond's attacks had a real effect on him. But that's not all. This feeling, there's no mistaking it. From within the Demon King, it's this presence we're sensing. So you've returned, my son, but I won't let you do as you wish, for I am the Demon King to bring forth death and fear. Yes, I called this. I said this at the end of last week's chapter, and I said it at the start of this chapter. Yes, Nakaba, you are rocking this right now. For I, the Demon King, to bring forth death and fear, he is my very duty. Let me reread this. For I am the Demon King, to bring forth death and fear is my very duty, is my very existence. Ooh. Ooh. And that is your sin. Ooh. Hold on a second. Having escaped Purgatory, Meliodas' emotions return to the real world. Soul and body defeat the Demon King from the inside out. Yes, I was right. The return of the hero with the 7 deadly sins once more reunited. The time has come to fight back against their cursed destiny. To be continued in chapter 302. Everyone is waiting for you, and next week 7 deadly sins will be on a break. Okay, I'm fine with it being on a break, but I was fucking right. You Nergans in the comment section were right. Well, mainly, I don't know if anyone else was predicting it like this, but I fucking knew Bond was going to do this. I knew Bond was going to bring back Meliodas this way. I was goddamn right, and it makes me happy. But now the real question is Bond I don't think Bond's going to die. I don't think he is, but Bond did his part. But the question is when's the original demon going to come into play? I feel like the original demon's going to come into play when Meliodas has his control back. But I still think that the Supreme Deity is going to have a role to play in this as well. The reason being is, like, I feel like, so the theme of this final arc in general is to be like a repeat of history, so to speak. And, it's been that way for the most part. And I feel like the other thing that could happen in regards to bringing the Supreme Deity back, and maybe even bringing Sarmiel and Tarmiel back, is remember that gate that was in the 10,000 year war arc, or not 10,000. Why did I say 10,000 in my warnings? 3,000 years ago arc or whatever. Remember the previous Holy War when we saw the gate that the Goddess Clan was trying to open to bring the Supreme Deity, and that Gauther ended up switching it to open to bring the original Gauther out. I feel like that's going to come into play. Either this time, but this time though, I think the Supreme Deity is going to come out. I think that's going to be it. Either that or Gauther's going to play another role. But I'm very curious what you guys think in regards to this chapter. Were you guys surprised by this? I am not surprised that Bond did this. Not surprised at all. I predicted it at the beginning of this chapter. I knew Bond was going to do this. This was exactly what I was hoping Nakaba was going to do with this chapter, in all honesty. But now the real question is we're going to get the battle in the subconscious. And this is something that I wanted to see in Black Clover. And I'm hoping we're going to see in Black Clover when... we get to, like, I'm going to spoil it, what I think is going to happen in Black Clover is when Yuno's necklace gets removed and his reincarnation magic happens. I hope we get to see this in Black Clover. And I'm hoping we get to see it with Rill in Black Clover too. But more in particular, Yuno. I'm very curious how this battle is going to go down. I'm very curious how the original demon's going to come into play. And what about Zalaris too? But like the real question is, at the end of all this, will I think Meliodas will ultimately? I kind of feel like we're going to still get the Fallen by Lauren Kate ending, where Meliodas and both Meliodas and Elizabeth are reincarnated. And by the way, read the Fallen series by Lauren Kate. I covered it on this channel. It's fucking good. Where they get reincarnated as mortals, and it's their fun, and it's the final, and then they find each other because they want to prove that their love is that strong. Very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think Arthur is ever going to come back? I was hoping we were going to see Arthur in Purgatory, but if we don't see Arthur, that's just some really wasted potential. It really, really is, Nakaba. You really wasted a good possible storyline there. Unless we're going to see Arthur, like, in Meliodas' subconsciousness, which I don't think that's going to be the case. Or maybe, like, he's going to appear to Merlin, but I don't know if that's going to be the case at all. But I'm very curious what you guys thought of this chapter. Does this chapter surprise you at all? It doesn't surprise me. I'm just glad that it happened. Just like with Kimetsu no Yaiba, I'm so happy with what's happening in Kimetsu no Yaiba right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you Nanatsu no Taizai content, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, for me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.